Hi, it's Shalev Amar with your Lemon Law Advocates. In this video, what we're going to talk about is how the quick, easy, and free three-step out-of-court lemon law process that we have works, and we'll discuss a little bit about what the lemon law is and what that entitles you to. So first, let's get into our three-step out-of-court process. The first step is evaluation. The second step is negotiation, and the third step, and the best, is resolution. So evaluation, basically you find out about the lemon law, you go to our law firm's website, you contact us, you provide us your vehicle and repair information, then we request your repair records to review. Once you send us the vehicle repair records, we do a detailed repair history and evaluation, and then we will always get back to you within 1 business day or less to let you know if your vehicle qualifies. The second step of the process is negotiation. Once you end up going over our pre-litigation agreement, and we can email that to you, we can even text it to you, but I believe we'll answer any questions that you might have about the out-of-court representation, and then you can decide if it's something that you want to pursue or not. If you do decide that you do want to pursue a matter, then we open up a computer and hard file on your behalf. Once we received your signed agreement, we use DocuSign. Technology works, so you can just electronically sign. And then we will write a demand letter on your behalf. They'll be emailed to you for your review and approval before we get it out. And once you approve it, we get it out, get the process going. Typically, the company will request some records to review. If we're missing any of your vehicle records, we'll let you know. Then you can go ahead and text, email, or fax those records to us. We'll provide them to the company. Then we'll let you know if the company has any questions about your current vehicle status. Typically, the companies will take several weeks to evaluate the matter. COVID has caused even greater delays. The fast companies can be as fast as 2 weeks. The slow companies can take as long as 2 months, but we consistently follow up with them to push them forward to get them to evaluate your case as quick as possible. And that brings us to the third step of the process, which is resolution. What will happen then is after the company has made some settlement offers, we negotiate on your behalf, and if you accept an offer, that brings us into the resolution phase. And in that phase, basically, you have to sign what is called a settlement agreement or release of claims, memorializing the settlement terms. And the 3 resolution options are either cash compensation, a vehicle repurchase, or a replacement. I'll get into more detail shortly with you about that. And if it's just cash compensation, then all you have to do is sign the agreement. We get it back to the company. And then typically, again, depending on the company, it'll take anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks to receive your settlement check. Then it could take up to 10 business days to clear our trust account, and then you are provided your settlement funds. If it's a repurchase or replacement, then what happens is once the company is ready, again, typically 2 to 6 weeks, sometimes it can be longer depending on the company, but that's the general range. What will happen is they will contact us once they are ready to schedule the vehicle exchange or return locally, and that's done at a local dealer. We schedule that at the dealer of your choice at a time that's convenient for you. Then you return the vehicle. If you're getting a replacement, then you just sign some transfer paperwork and you drive out with your brand new vehicle. If it's a repurchase, then they will send us your refund check and attorney's fees as well for all 3 of those types of settlements, so there's typically no charge to you. So let's talk about issue number 2. How do you necessarily know if your vehicle is a lemon? Well, look, there is a lot of gray area when it comes to this. Typically, lemon laws have what are called presumptions. It's usually 3 or more repairs and the problem continues to exist, or 4 more repairs and the problem continues to exist within the first 2 years, 24,000 miles, or within the first year, 12,000 miles, or anything in between. That's the typical range for state lemon laws. There's also a federal lemon law and state breach of warranty laws, and those typically pertain to the entire duration of the warranty. In California, their lemon law actually pertains to the entire duration of the warranty, but as far as I know, that's the only state that operates that way. And so there are some states where you have a defect, if it could cause a serious injury or potentially even death, it only needs to happen once or twice, but not every state has that. But typically for most states, if it's not that serious of a defect, but it is a substantial issue like your transmission or engine or something like that, but not something that would risk your life, our internal view is that if it's at least 3 repairs, then that typically should qualify as a lemon. Alternatively, if it's 25 or more days in the repair shop, that in our view is sufficient to bring this type of claim. That brings us to number 3. What might you be entitled to under the lemon law? And that is 3 main things that we spoke about briefly before, but we'll talk about in more detail now. So first is cash compensation. Now, cash compensation with keeping your vehicle is not written into most state lemon laws, but it is a remedy that you're entitled to under other breach of warranty laws and under the federal Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. And basically that compensation is for your inconvenience and for having overpaid for your vehicle. So there's no specific formula, that's just basically the way it works. And so we try and push the companies as high as possible. We would never accept something that's not acceptable to you. And typically the company will also offer attorney's fees in combination with the compensation. So the other 2 settlement options are specifically written into state lemon laws, and that is a lemon law repurchase or a lemon law replacement. And the way a repurchase works is typically you'll be provided back all of the payments you've made towards the vehicle, minus an offset for the miles that you put on the vehicle, because you don't get to use a vehicle completely for free. Some states have a formula for mileage, so there's really nothing we can do to negotiate it. Other states do not have a formula, it just says reasonable, so we're able to negotiate mileage as low as possible under those circumstances. Also, some states allow you to recover financing charges, but some states do not. So it just depends on the law of your state. If it's at all possible to get financing, we always attempt to get that for you as well. When it comes to a vehicle replacement, typically the way that works is MSRP to MSRP value. So that's sticker price to sticker price. And if you have a loan on the vehicle, what it is a substitution of collateral. They swap out the vehicles, you keep the same loan. If the vehicle costs more, you could still do that, but you would have to pay that sticker price difference. In almost all states, there's no usage fee for a replacement, but there are a couple of exceptions. For example, in California, there is a usage fee for replacement. And with both of those remedies, you are also entitled to recover attorney's fees, and so we seek that on your behalf as well. So until next time, thank you for listening to our video.